And welcome to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400 KNND. It is time for some more 4A Sky M League basketball. Tonight's matchup going to be featuring the 16th ranked Cottage Grove Lions coming in at 11-8 on the year, 7-1 in league, going up against the 40th ranked Sweet Home Huskies coming into this one 1-20 on the season. For Cottage Grove, their only league loss to this point has been against Junction City. They lost 44-36. That was a week ago. Today, they're coming off of a come-from-behind win, a clutch win from Cottage Grove that has basically cemented them into at least second place in the Sky M League on the year against Sutherland, a game in which they did not have Emma Gardner in the first quarter, and then they lost they didn't have Kelty in the first quarter. She fouled out in the third, and they didn't have Emma Gardner at all. And Kira Murphy, the senior, key to note, it is senior night here at Cottage Grove High School, and the freshman Maddie Ladd really stepped up for Cottage Grove in that come-from-behind victory over Sutherland, 41-36 on Friday. Basically, at this point, if Cottage Grove and Junction City both win their final two games, which at this point it appears they are, of course, Cottage Grove heavily favored in this one over the Sweet Home Huskies, who've only managed a single victory so far on the season. The Lions then are going to be playing at Elmira on Friday. If Cottage Grove and Junction City both win their final two games this season, then there will be a one-game playoff between Junction City and Cottage Grove to decide who is the one seed out of the Sky M. Now, what a victory tonight does is it does officially cement Cottage Grove into the 2 spot in the Sky M. Right now, they could technically still lose the next 2 games and tie with Sutherland for third, but a win tonight cements them in the 2 spot, which means that they would have a home game in the play-in round in the 4A state playoffs. Now, if they have to play a tiebreaker game with the Junction City Tigers, of course, it will be played at a neutral site sometime next week. I would imagine Tuesday, but that's looking ahead just a little too much. Once again, senior night here at Cottage Grove High School. Only 3 of them this year for Cottage Grove, as the future is still bright for the Lions when you look at the returners next season. But to get to the seniors for this game, you got the 6'2" senior Kira Murphy, who has had herself quite a career here at Cottage Grove High School. Emma Fain, Maria Pardee, and Madison Bethke, all seniors here for the Lady Lions, and all 4 of them are going to be receiving a start tonight. For Cottage Grove, it's going to be Murphy, Fain, Pardee, and Bethke, along with the junior Tara Child in there to start this basketball game. And for the Lady Lions in this one, you just look to play a concrete, solid basketball game against a team that Cottage Grove should handle pretty easily. The first matchup between these two got pretty ugly pretty quick. Cottage Grove at one point was up 15-2 in that basketball game, and they ended up winning that one 69-28. And it's really just a situation in which Sweet Home is just completely undersized. I mean, there's a big difference between being a little undersized and as much as Sweet Home is undersized coming into this basketball game, with Kelty and Emma Gardner is available for this basketball game. Remember, Gardner did not play at all last week. She suffered a concussion just not quite 2 weeks ago. It was about a week and a half ago. She has been cleared to play. She was cleared yesterday. They thought she was going to be cleared last week, but remember, she was unable to play in that game against Sutherland, and it almost cost Cottage Grove a victory. For Gardner, really the importance of Emma Gardner isn't offensively. Gardner only averaging about 5 points per game on the year, but as a system, she averages about 5 assists per game, and a lot of those go to Kelty. And remember, Kelty is averaging over 12 points a game on the season, the only Cottage Grove Lion in double digits, and Emma Gardner is a huge part of that. Also, what she does defensively is what Cottage Grove was really missing against Junction City in that 44-36 loss, where Mackenzie Evans just had her way down low over the defenders of Cottage Grove. So Gardner, a huge return game in this one. We will see how much of an impact she has on this one and the game Friday. But if they have to play Junction City again in a tiebreaker next week, Gardner is going to play a huge role in that basketball game. Now it looks like we are just about ready for the national anthem, so we're going to take a 2.5 minute break and be back with the start of this one.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, team coaches, cheerleaders, supermarket, and the Cottage High School extend you a big welcome. We are pleased to be here tonight as our guests. Sweet High School, Cottage High School, are members of the Oregon School Activities Association, and abide by the rules and regulations set forth by the association to maintain and improve high standards of conduct, competition, and innovation with member schools. These are high school athletes who are performing here. They are friendly rivals as members of opposing teams. They are not enemies. This is the basic fundamental theme of interscholastic activities. The idea of friendly competition and respect for all participants. This attitude of sportsmanship and respect should be reflected by all spectators, no matter what their personal feelings of loyalty may be to one or the other team in this contest. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
And welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400K in Indy. We are just about ready to get this one underway. Starters for the visiting Sweet Home Huskies going to be the 5'8" senior guard, number 2, Caleb Miller. The 5'4" junior, number 4, Sydney Maurer. Excuse me, the 5' senior guard, number 10, Rachel Busick. The 5'11" junior, number 12, Anna Coleman. And round it off, it's going to be the 5'10" junior, number 32, Kennedy Waldrop. The starters for the hometown Cottage Grove Lions here on senior night, going to be all 4 seniors for the Lions, as the lights have gone out. Never seen this effect here at Cottage Grove High School. And we've got some people with spotlights just to make this even more interesting and tougher to read. The 5'2" junior guard, number 1, Tara Child, the only junior in the lineup for Cottage Grove to start. The 6'2" senior post, number 13, Kira Murphy. The 5'9" senior guard, number 32, Emma Fain. The 5'10" senior post, number 33, Maria Pardee. And the 5'8" senior, number 41, Madison Bethke. It's definitely an interesting thing to see, to say the least, here at senior night. Before Cottage Grove, I look for them to get out big early in this one, and I would expect to see Emma Gardner and Kelty in this basketball game sometime in the first quarter, probably within the first 4 or 5 minutes for Cottage Grove. I would expect the Lions are going to get up big, get their seniors as much playing time as possible. For Sweet Home, probably going to pack the paint with the size that they are putting on the floor for the Huskies. I would imagine to see 3, if not 4 defenders down low for Sweet Home to try to do something defensively against Cottage Grove defense. Not a strong point so far on the year for Sweet Home, as they've given up 58 points per game on the season. Offense also struggled for the Huskies, as they're only scoring 27. It's going to be the senior Kira Murphy and Anna Coleman for the tip. Cottage Grove going from my right to left. Sweet Home from my left to right. We're just about ready for tip-off here on senior night. And here we go. Tip won easily by Cottage Grove. It's to Pardee. Pardee pulls up for the jumper, and she's fouled right off the bat by Kennedy Waldrop. And it's going to be 2 free throws here for Maria Pardee. Pardee to the line, shooting 2. First free throw is up and good from Maria Pardee, her first point of the night. It's 1-0. Cottage Grove leads. Second free throw, that one is off the mark, and the board goes to Sweet Home, and Cottage Grove's going to press early, and it results in a Sweet Home turnover. Pardee to inbound from under the hoop. She gets it into Bethke, who's going to shoot the right wing 3. That one's short, and long board goes to Sweet Home. It's Kayla Miller to push it for the Huskies, and she has it knocked away and out of bounds. And it will stay with Sweet Home here with 7:41 to go in the first quarter. That pass is tipped and out of bounds. Will stay with Sweet Home, still trying to get it in, struggling at this point, but they do get it in, and it's to Coleman, and Coleman loses it out of bounds, and it's going to be right back to Cottage Grove. It's a 1-0 Lions lead. It was 7:32 to go in the first quarter, already 2 Sweet Home turnovers. Fain gets it to Murphy in the paint. Now back out to Pardee on the left wing. Pardee now to Child. She's going to drive right into the paint. Gets it to Pardee. Jumper is good from the baseline. And Maria Pardee now with all 3 here for Cottage Grove. Pass tipped in the backcourt. Murphy has it, and Murphy is fouled by Busick. Pardee to inbound from the baseline. She gets it into Murphy. Murphy shoots the jumper over the defender and gets it to go. It was too easy for the 6-foot Murphy there. 6'2" Murphy, excuse me. And now it is a 5-0 lead. Maurer has it, and Maurer trying to get the pass to her teammate down low. It is out of bounds, and ball right back to Cottage Grove. Sweet Home at this point with more turnovers than points. It's Lions basketball. Child now to Fain on the left wing. Fane to Murphy. Murphy tries to get it down low to Pardee. She has it, but she's double teamed, trapped, and she steps out of bounds. Turnover forced there by the Huskies. It is Sweet Home ball, but turned over in the backcourt by Sweet Home, taken by Bethke. Now to Murphy, now to Pardee. That one's short. The board is out of bounds off of Cottage Grove. And now we've got a timeout already here from Sweet Home. 6:25 to go here in the first quarter. It is Cottage Grove 5, Sweet Home 0. We're going to take a 30-second break and with the rest of the first quarter. 6:25 to go here in the first quarter. It's Cottage Grove with a 5-0 lead. The senior Maria Pardee, 3 of the 5 for the Lions. Sweet Home so far struggled mightily with the Cottage Grove press. 2 team fouls so far on the Huskies, none on Cottage Grove to this point in the first quarter. And I'm sure that timeout was to discuss what the Huskies need to do against the press. They get it in, now to the middle of the floor, now to the near side. It's Coleman, now down to Waldrop. Waldrop into the paint. Jumper is good over Emma Fane. First 2 points of the game for Sweet Home, and it's a 5-2 game. Child now to Fane on the left wing. Fane tries to get it to Murphy down low. It is tipped and saved from going out of bounds by Bethke and then lost. So it will be Sweet Home basketball. Turnover fest here early on. Still a 5-2 Cottage Grove lead. 5:57 to go here in the first quarter. Ball is in from the baseline. That pass is tipped, stolen by Child. Murphy now to Pardee. Lay-in is no good. The board is taken by Sweet Home. Missed opportunity there for Cottage Grove. And now the Huskies are going to push it. Waldrop down low again. Waldrop with an easy bucket there. And it is a 5-4 game. Waldrop now with all 4 for Sweet Home. Child almost has it stolen away. Now drives into the paint, finds a wide open Murphy, and that's an easy bucket there for Kira Murphy. She's now got 4 for Cottage Grove. Now a double dribble going to be called on the far side on Sweet Home. The ball's right back to Cottage Grove. Now Sam May and Maddie Ladd are going to come in here for Cottage Grove with a 7-4 lead. Ball's into Murphy. They get it to Ladd in the paint. She spins left. Shot's no good. Gets her own board. Now throws it out to May on the left wing. To Child, top of the key. Over to Pardee on the right wing. Pardee now back to Child. Child now to May on the left wing. 4:58 to go here in the first quarter. Over to Pardee on the right wing. Finds May. May lay in and is fouled by number 12, Anna Coleman. That's her first of the night. It's going to be 2 free throws here for Sam May. First free throw for May is up and good. It's an 8-4 Cottage Grove lead. 4:52 to go in the first quarter. Second free throw also good from May. Ball's tipped again. Now Miller gets it to Maurer, and Maurer's fouled by Child near half court. The first foul of the game on Tara Child. Ball's in on the right wing to Miller. Miller takes it left. That pass is tipped, but over to April Underwood. Underwood on the baseline, going to shoot the jumper. That one's no good. The board goes to Child. Child's going to push it up the floor. She gets it to May. May breakaway lay-in is good. And it's 2 more points for Sam May. It's now an 11-4 lead for Cottage Grove, and now May ties it up between her and Miller. Possession arrow is to Sweet Home, and it will stay with the Huskies. Bauer now takes it right, gives it to Miller on the right wing. Miller drives left, almost throws it away, but gets it to Underwood on the left wing. Now down low, jumper, that one's no good from Coleman. And Cottage Grove comes away with the board. Now to Pardee on the right wing. Pardee out to Child, now to Murphy, top of the key. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It's an 11-4 Cottage Grove lead. They get it to Ladd in the paint. Ladd trapped, and she travels with it. Good D there from Sweet Home. And it will be back to the Huskies. Miller has it. Miller is trapped in the backcourt, throws it away. It's to Murphy down low, and it's an easy bucket for Kira Murphy in the paint. Another turnover results in points there for Cottage Grove, and now it looks like we're going to get a foul called on Maria Pardee.
Number 33, Maria Pardee. For the first one.
Miller gets it into Underwood. She takes it up to the left side of the floor, gets it to Waldrop. Now back to Underwood, baseline jumper, and that one's nothing but net from April Underwood. Her first 2 points of the game. It's a 13-6 basketball game. Child now to Murphy on the left wing. Murphy takes it left to May. May into the paint, and she's fouled by Waldrop. That's going to be the second on Waldrop. It's going to be 2 free throws here for Sam May. May already 2 for 2 from the line. First free throw up, and that one is good from May. She's now got 5 for Cottage Grove. Back into the game for Sweet Home, Anna Coleman. Second free throw, that one's also good. Into the game for Cottage Grove, the freshman Michaela Bloomquist. Underwood takes it left. Underwood now to Coleman, almost loses it, then it's stolen away by Tara Child. Athletic move there from her. And the ball back to Cottage Grove with 2:45 to go here in the first quarter. They got a 15-6 lead. Bloomquist gets it down low to Murphy. Good pass, easy bucket for Kira Murphy. She's now got 8 here for Cottage Grove. And we're going to get a foul there on the freshman, Michaela Bloomquist. Third foul of the first quarter on Cottage Grove. 4 so far on Sweet Home. Ball on the far side. Miller has it tipped and stolen away, and then Miller fouls Bloomquist. And the ball will be right back to Cottage Grove. It's going to go on Bauer, excuse me. That's the 4th on Sweet Home. Child to May on the left wing. Over to Child on the right wing. Now back to May, top of the key. May to Murphy, corner of the free throw line. She gets it down low to Ladd. Ladd triple teamed. Can't get that one to fall. Gets her own board and still can't get the putback to fall. Good defense again there from Sweet Home. And they'll take it back up the floor. 17-6. Cottage Grove with an 11-point lead, and then a foul will be called there on Tara Child. That's her second with 1:53 to go here in the first quarter. That is the 4th team foul on Cottage Grove. You're listening to the mighty 1400 KNND. I'm your host, Evan McClendon. Ball over on the left wing. Underwood going to step into a 3. That one's too strong. Board is tipped around. We'll see who we're going to get the foul on. Looks like they're going to get Kira Murphy with the over and back. Sweet Home to inbound it from the baseline, and it's thrown away, then tied up between Bloomquist and Miller. Possession arrow this time to Cottage Grove. And Bloomquist gets it into Child, and she'll walk it up the floor for Cottage Grove. May on the left wing, got a Murphy top of the key. Murphy down low to Ladd, dribbles once, too strong on the shot attempt. And the ball will stick with Sweet Home, and now we've got a blocking foul called on Tara Child, and that's her third. Here in this first quarter. So now Maria Pardee going to come back in for Cottage Grove. Ball is to Underwood, going to take the baseline jumper, and that one's out of bounds off of Pardee. 1:14 to go here in the first quarter. Already 16 fouls on Cottage Grove, so it's going to be 1-and-1s from here on out for Sweet Home for the remainder of the first half. Sweet Home gets it in. The jumper is no good, and it is out of bounds off of Cottage Grove. The basketball will stay with Sweet Home. Now down low to Coleman. Coleman tries to throw it out, and it is stolen away. Then a jump ball going to be called there. So now it's going to be possession here to Sweet Home. So they will keep it some more. Ball is into Maurer. Maurer is fouled by Bloomquist, I believe is the call. Indeed, that one does go on Bloomquist. That's her second. So now Sydney Maurer to the line for the front end of a 1-and-1. Free throw from Maurer is up and nothing but net. It's a 17-7 lead now for Cottage Grove. Second free throw from Maurer. That one up, and that one's no good. The board goes to Cottage Grove. Right now with no real point guard in the game, except for the freshman Michaela Bloomquist. May on the left wing now for the Lions to Murphy, top of the key. Now to Ladd. Ladd shoots the turnaround and gets it to go. The first bucket of the game here for Maddie Ladd has it back up to a 12-point Cottage Grove lead. The Lions, though, got to be careful not to foul right here, or at all, for the rest of the half. And now Sweet Home's going to have to be careful of a 10-second call. Now it's poked away by Murphy, and Pardee takes it to the rim. She's fouled. She's going to have 2 free throws. 33.3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cottage Grove up 19-7. First free throw from Pardee. That one is up and good. Second free throw from Pardee. That one is no good, but Murphy gets the offensive board and the putback. Kira Murphy now with 10 here in the first quarter. Miller takes it up the floor to Coleman. Coleman drives baseline, and it is knocked out of bounds. Still no signal. Looks like it's going to stay with Sweet Home here with 21 seconds to go in the first quarter. Miller to inbound. She gets it in down low. Shot's no good, and it is knocked out of bounds by Cottage Grove again. So Sweet Home going to keep it. Ball is in from the baseline to Maurer on the right wing. 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. That pass is tipped and out of bounds for the third straight time. Will stay with Sweet Home. Miller now to inbound for the Huskies. Miller looking for somebody to throw it to, gets it into Maurer, and now Maurer throws it away. So with 8.4 seconds to go in the first quarter, is Cottage Grove basketball. Bloomquist takes it right, gets it to Ladd. Ladd has it rejected, but a foul is going to be called on Alana Silver. So now Maddie Ladd to the free throw line with just over 2 seconds to go here in the first quarter for 2 free throws, and the first one from Ladd is good. Second free throw, that one's off the mark. Rebound taken by Sweet Home, and that is how the first quarter is going to end. At the end of one, Cottage Grove has a commanding 23-7 lead. We're going to take a 1-minute break and be back with the start of the second quarter. To Cottage Grove High School. Start of the second quarter about to be underway. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400 KNND. It is a 23-7 Cottage Grove lead. Pardee has it for the Lions. Now to May on the right wing. Already 17 fouls on either side. So it's free throws from here on out for both teams. Bloomquist has it down low. That shot's no good, but the board goes to Murphy. And the senior now has 12 for Cottage Grove. Ball down low to Silver now. Fast break for Sweet Home. Does not net any points. And then the ball's back to Cottage Grove. Bloomquist fast break. The lay-in's no good. And Silver comes away with the board for the Huskies. Sweet Home with Rachel Busick back in there. Now Coleman has it baseline, gets the pass to Silver. That shot's no good. She gets her own board, has it knocked away, and now it is out of bounds off of Sweet Home. Madison Bethke and the first appearance of Riley Kelty back into the game for Cottage Grove. Bloomquist to walk it up the floor for the Lions. Now to Bethke on the right wing. May top of the key. Bloomquist on the left wing. Bloomquist now out to May on the right wing. To Kelty in the paint. She spins left. Shot's no good. And the board is out of bounds off of Cottage Grove, and it will go to Sweet Home. Underwood over to Busick. Busick takes it up the floor for the Huskies. Now to Coleman baseline. Coleman's shot is blocked by Riley Kelty. Remember, Kelty fouled out in the third quarter of the game against the Sutherland Bulldogs on the Friday. Now it's going to be 2 free throws here for Anna Coleman, first of which is off the mark. Second free throw, that one's up and short, and the board goes to Kelty. Kelty with the outlet pass to Bloomquist, and Bloomquist gonna have to back it out for Cottage Grove. That pass tipped into the backcourt by Underwood, but Cottage Grove maintains possession. Now to May on the left wing. May to Ladd in the paint. She spins, shoots, can't get it to fall. The board goes to Kelty, and Kelty is fouled on that shot attempt, and it's going to be 2 free throws here for Riley Kelty with 6:18 to go. Foul goes on Alana Silver. going to be 2 free throws here for Kelty. Kelty shooting just over 50% from the line on the year, and the first one is off the mark. Second free throw coming here for Riley Kelty. Free throw up, and that one is good from Kelty. Her first point of this one. Now into the game for Sweet Home. It's going to be Becky Belcher for the Huskies. Miller has it on the far side. Now to Belcher. Belcher shoots the jumper over Kelty. That one's no good, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Bloomquist. Sweet Home basketball still. Ball is in on the left wing to Busick. Busick now down low, and that jumper is no good for Miller. Rebound is knocked out of bounds by Sweet Home, and it will be Cottage Grove basketball with 6 minutes to go here in the first half. It's a 26-7 Cottage Grove lead. May has it on the left wing for the Lions. She takes it right, now flips it to Kelty, back out to Bloomquist on the right wing. May now to Bethke on the left wing. She gives it up to Bloomquist. Bloomquist now to May over on the right wing to Bloomquist on the far side. She drives baseline, and she is fouled by April Underwood. That is Underwood's first foul of the game. It's going to be 2 free throws for Michaela Bloomquist. First free throw is up and good from Bloomquist. It's a 27-7 lead here for the Lions. Second free throw, that one's nothing but net from Bloomquist. Her first 2 points of the game for Cottage Grove. Now they've got Underwood trapped in the backcourt. She gets it away to Miller. Miller takes it up the far side, loses it, and it's stolen by Bloomquist. Now to Bethke. Bethke has it tied up from behind, and it will be a jump ball. Possession arrow is to Sweet Home. Huskies to inbound from the far side, and it looks like Kennedy Waldrop is going to come back in for Sweet Home. Busick with it for the Huskies. She takes it right, kicks it to Waldrop on the baseline. Waldrop over Kelty. That shot's no good. Ball's on the floor. Sweet Home, and Kelty ties it up. So possession arrow back to Cottage Grove. It will be Lions basketball here with 5:03 to go in the first half. Bloomquist takes it right. Now back left into the paint, going to shoot the floater, and she gets it to go. Michaela Bloomquist just does it all herself there. It's up to a 23-point Cottage Grove lead. That pass from Miller is out of bounds. Tried to say it was tipped by Cottage Grove, but it looked like Miller just lost the handles on it. And it will be Cottage Grove basketball here with 4:35 to go in the second quarter. Bethke now to May, top of the key. Now to Bloomquist on the left wing. Ladd is fouled from behind. That one is going to go on. I believe it was number 1, April Underwood. So it's going to be 2 free throws here for Maddie Ladd. First free throw is up and short. It is time for me to give a very special message to a very special listener. Joe Conrad, if you're out there, I've been informed that I do not say the score enough. So just to let you know, this is for Joe Conrad. It is 30-7, but I am not telling you who's ahead. It's now 31-7, and I'm just kidding. Cottage Grove is up by 24. Second free throw good from Maddie Ladd. Bloomquist has it, loses it, back to Ladd. Bloomquist now down low to Kelty. Kelty fakes out and puts up her first 2 points of the game. She's now got 3 on the night, and that's going to bring a timeout here from Sweet Cottage Grove. It is a 33-7 lead for the Lions. It is a full timeout. We're going to take a 1-minute break and be back with the rest of the second quarter. And welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400 KNND. It is a 33-7 Cottage Grove lead. Sweet Home basketball, and it looks like the Lions now 18 fouls have decided they're going to back off the full-court press. Also, obviously, the 26-point lead, and now we've got a foul called on Michaela Bloomquist, so it's going to be the front end of a 1-and-1. Here for Kayla Miller. Now it looks like Maria Pardee is going to come back into the game for the Lions, along with Sydney Maurer for Sweet Home. First free throw coming for Miller. That one is up and no good. The board goes to Riley Kelty. Pardee walks it up the floor for the Lions, now drives into the paint, shoots the runner, and gets it to go over the defense. Good moves there from Maria Pardee. It's Emma Fain back into the game as well for Cottage Grove. Almost a travel there from Sweet Home, now to Miller, and Miller loses it out of bounds. Looks like it was tipped by Pardee, and it will stay with Sweet Home. Ball is in. Shot fake there from Busick. Busick drives baseline. The reverse lay-in is no good. And the board goes to Kelty. Pass over to Bethke, and now to Pardee on the far side. Pardee over to May on the right wing. May now to Fain, wide open down low. Fain has her shot blocked, and it is out of bounds. Stay with Cottage Grove. Kira Murphy back into the game here for Cottage Grove, and now it looks like we've got a timeout here from head coach Kevin Yoss, and it looks like it is a full timeout. It is not a full timeout. 3:07 to go here in the second quarter. Cottage Grove up 35-7. We're going to take a 30-second break and we'll be back with the rest of the second quarter. And welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. It is Lions basketball. Emma Fain with the jumper, and then Kelty is tied up with the basketball. Possession arrow is to Sweet Home. So it will be Husky basketball. Maurer takes it up the floor for Sweet Home. Now over to Miller, and Miller loses it, gets the outlet pass to Murphy from Bethke, and it's an easy fast break bucket there for Kira Murphy. And she's got 14, and that pass is tipped out of bounds by Murphy. Ball will stay with Sweet Home. 2:43 to go here in the first half. Ball's in from the near side. Busick takes it left. Busick tries to get it to Maurer, and it is out of bounds. Ball right back to Cottage Grove. They now have a 30-point lead. Pardee walks it up the floor here for Cottage Grove. Now she drives into the paint. Nice pass to Riley Kelty, and it's an easy look there for Kelty. Kelty's now got 5. And this one is lopsided here early. Busick travels with it for Sweet Home. And ball right back to Cottage Grove now with a 32-point lead. Pardee over to Bethke on the right wing, now to Murphy. Now down low to Kelty, and we've got a foul called on Waldrop down low. Now that is number 11 on Sweet Home. So it's going to be 2 free throws here for Riley Kelty. First free throw from Kelty is up and short. Alana Silver back into the game for Sweet Home. Second free throw from Kelty. That one no good as well. The board is taken by Murphy down low. Offensive board there for Kira Murphy. Now over to Pardee on the right wing to Murphy in the paint. Murphy turnaround is blocked by Silver. Silver now is fouled down low by Kelty. It's going to be the second on Kelty. And now we're going to take the long walk to the other end as it's going to be 1-1 here for Sweet Home. Excuse me, it's going to be 2 free throws here for Alana Silver. First one is short. Second free throw from Silver is up, and that one's off the mark, and the board goes to Kelty. Kelty gets it out to Pardee. 1:45 to go here in the first half. Pardee now takes it right, tries to get the pass down low, but we're going to get a kick ball here on Sweet Home. So Cottage Grove will keep the basketball. They get it into Murphy. Murphy, and it is up and in. Kira Murphy having herself a senior night. She's now got 16 here in the first half. Busick takes it left. Now over to Maurer to Silver. Silver to Busick, and that jumper is blocked by Kelty. Kelty now, fast break, lay in, and she is fouled from behind. It's going to be 2 free throws here for Riley Kelty. First free throw from Kelty is up and good. Kelty off the bench in this one so far with 6. Now Abby Underwood back into the game for the Huskies. Second free throw, that one's up and short, and the board goes to Pardee. Pardee, jumper off glass is no good. Kelty gets her own board and is hit again, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Again, here for Riley Kelty. Cottage Grove with a 42-7 lead. Here with 1:13 to go in the first half. First free throw from Kelty, that one's too strong. Second free throw from Riley Kelty. That one is up and good. It is Sweet Home basketball. Underwood takes it left. She'll shoot the jumper, and that one's good off the glass. That is the first bucket of the second quarter for Sweet Home. Pardee takes it right, gives it up to Bethke on the right wing as we're under a minute to go. And that pass thrown away by Murphy. Sweet Home will take it up the floor. Underwood now on the near side to Maurer. Maurer to Pardee, and a blocking foul. It's called on Pardee, so it's going to be 2 free throws here for Maurer. Maurer at the line. Free throw up, and that one is short from Maurer. Second free throw coming from Sydney Maurer. That one is up, and that one is good. Her second point of the night. It is Cottage Grove basketball with under 40 seconds to go here in the first half. The Lions with a 33-point lead. Now that pass is stolen away by Maurer. She gets it away, and fast break this way. It is thrown away by Kalika Iona. Looks like Sam May is going to come back in here for the Lions. Cottage Grove basketball, under 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Fain has it on the left wing for Sweet Home. Fain now to Murphy in the paint. Murphy gets it to Kelty, and it's an easy bucket for Kelty. And an and one, as they're going to get another foul here on Alana Silver. That's her second. It's going to be a free throw here for Riley Kelty. Anna Coleman back into the game for Sweet Home. It's going to be a single free throw here for Kelty. First one up, and it is nothing but net there for Kelty. It's a 46-10 lead here for Cottage Grove. That pass almost thrown away, now taken by Murphy. 3 seconds to go. Murphy, turnaround is good. As time expires in the first half. This one looked like it was going to be lopsided, and it certainly has been here in the first half, as Cottage Grove now has a 48-10 lead headed into the second half. We're going to take just about a 10-minute break as they honor the cheerleaders here on senior night, and then we'll be back with the start of the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, we like this moment, we like to honor our cheerleading seniors right now for all that effort that they have put in over the years here at Cottage Grove High School. First of all, I'd like to say before we start, congratulations to Cottage Grove High School cheer team for taking third in the state this past week. Congratulations on all your hard work. Our first senior, Caitlin Woodland. Caitlin is adored by her parents, sister, and grandparents. Her favorite memory is placing third at state this year. After high school, Caitlin plans to attend Oregon State University to study nursing. Congratulations, Caitlin Lewis. Our next senior is Cora Cook. Cora is escorted by her mom. Cora's favorite memory is landing on my face every single time I tried my back handspring until finally I got it. And placing third at state with her team this year. Cora plans on studying biology at Oregon State University. Ladies and gentlemen, Cora Cook. The next senior is Sandy Locke. Sandy is escorted by her mom and dad. Her favorite memory is getting kicked in the face during a stunt and passing out. Then being forced to go to the doctors by her coaches. After high school, Sandy plans to go to Lynn Benton Community College and get her paramedic certification. Ladies and gentlemen, Sandy Locke. Let's give another round of applause to all of our seniors this evening. Thank you.
And welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400K NND. Start of the second half about to be underway. It is Cottage Grove with a commanding 48-10 lead. Here to start the third quarter for the Lions, it is Maria Pardee, Tara Child, Kira Murphy, Emma Fain, and Madison Bethke. And for Sweet Home, it's going to be Waldrop Coleman, as Cottage Grove right off the bat gets an easy pass down low to Kira Murphy. Murphy now just lighting up the stat sheet as she's got 20 so far in this basketball game. That pass tipped out of bounds by Bethke. It will stay with Sweet Home. Coleman has it. Coleman now over to Maurer on the left wing. Maurer now with the shot attempt. That one's no good. And the board goes to Cottage Grove. Child has it on the right wing, over to Bethke on the left wing. Now to Murphy. To Fain on the baseline. Fain now, jumper is no good. She gets her own board, gets it to Murphy. Murphy, that one's no good. She gets her own board, and it's another easy bucket for Kira Murphy, who now has 22. Busick now to Maurer on the baseline, and Maurer travels with it. Ball back to Cottage Grove. 7:01 to go here in the third quarter. It is a 52-10 lead for Cottage Grove. Lions basketball, it's to Pardee. Pardee drives right. Pardee splits the defense, and she's got herself 2 more. 8 points now for Pardee. And it is Sweet Home basketball. Down low now. Shots no good from Miller, and Child saves it from going out of bounds. Now Fain has it, gives it over to Pardee, and Pardee will walk it up the floor. Pardee now to Bethke over on the left wing. Bethke gets it to Pardee. Pardee now to Murphy. Back to Bethke. Bethke gets it to Murphy. Murphy spins, shoots. That one's no good. The board goes to Fain. Fain can't get that shot to go anywhere. Tries to get it to Murphy. Murphy has it. Murphy jumper, and that one's good. Kira Murphy now with 24. For Cottage Grove. She has outscored Sweet Home in this one, 24-10. Ball to Coleman now on the baseline. Coleman, that shot's no good. Miller with the shot. That one's no good. Now Tara Child's going to push it. Child into the paint. Child crosses over the defender. Can't get it to go. But Pardee gets the board. Now Child gets to Murphy. Murphy off glass. That one's no good. Followed by Pardee, and she's got 2 more and is fouled. It's going to be a free throw here for Maria Pardee. Free throw coming here for Pardee. It is up, and it is good. Pardee now with 11 for Cottage Grove, and Sam May is back into the basketball game. Ball's down low to Underwood, and Underwood going to shoot the baseline jumper, and she hits. Underwood now leads Sweet Home scorers with 6. It's a 59-12 lead here for Cottage Grove. May on the right wing, she takes it left. May now out to Bethke, right wing 3. That one's no good. The board tipped back to Bethke, then Bethke has it rejected by Waldrop, who gets the board. Now over to Miller. Miller to Maurer on the left wing. Maurer back to Miller, going to shoot the 3. That one's short, and it is out of bounds off of Sweet Home. Child to walk it up the floor here for Cottage Grove. Now Bethke has it. She shoots the near side three, and it is out of bounds off of Sweet Home, so it's going to stay with Cottage Grove. 4:23 to go here in the third quarter. Lions with a 59-12 lead. Now we've got a foul before the ball's thrown in. That one goes on Maurer. It's her third. Only the second team foul on Sweet Home here in the second half. Made inbound from under the hoop, and it looks like we've got a timeout here from head coach Kevin Yoss. 4:23 to go in the third quarter. Cottage Grove up 59-12. Looks like it is a full timeout, so we're going to take a 1-minute break and be back with the rest of the third quarter. And welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400 KNND. It is Cottage Grove basketball, I think. Nope, it is Sweet Home basketball. Out of the break. Some confusion there on the floor. Now to Underwood on the left wing. Coleman on the baseline. Back to Underwood. It's thrown back into the backcourt. Stolen away by Child. Fast break, and she is fouled from behind by Underwood. It's going to be 2 free throws here for Tara Child. First free throw from Child. That one's up and off the mark. Child yet to score a point so far in this one. Second free throw from Child. That one's no good as well. Rebound goes to Miller for Sweet Home. Miller throws it off of a Husky, and now it's an over and back on Sweet Home. Basketball right back to Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove basketball. Bloomquist has it out on the left wing. Still a 59-12 lead here for the Lions. Bloomquist now to Child on the right wing. Child to May. Now to Fain, and Fain has it tied up. And the possession arrow is to Sweet Home. Riley Kelty is going to come back in for Cottage Grove. It's Husky basketball. Ball to Maurer on the baseline. She'll shoot the jumper, and that one's nothing but net there from Sydney Maurer. She's now got 4 on the night for Sweet Home. And now we've got a foul called on Maurer. That's her third. Meg Schatz into the game for Cottage Grove. Bloomquist to inbound. She gets it into Kelty to Ladd. Ladd shoots the turnaround and gets it to go around Silver. First bucket of the game for Maddie Ladd. Ball over to Underwood. Now on the left wing to Busick. Busick to Silver, and Silver is fouled. I believe that one's going to go on May. Indeed, they will get that one on Sam May. That's her first. Miller to inbound from the baseline. She gets it into Waldrop. It is tied up. Possession arrow this time to Cottage Grove. The Lions will take over possession. So again, you are listening to the mighty 1400 K&ND. I'm your host, Evan McClendon. Bloomquist to walk it up the floor for Cottage Grove. They have a 61-14 lead. Ladd now out to Bloomquist, top of the key. Bloomquist drives right. Bloomquist over the defender. Can't get it to go, and the rebound goes to Silver on the baseline. Now out to Busick. Busick going to push it for Sweet Home. Busick is fouled by May. I think May got the worst of that. She took an elbow to the head. Looks like she's going to be okay, and it's going to be 2 free throws here for Busick. First free throw from Busick. That one is in and out. Second free throw from Busick. That one is good. It's a 61-15 game. First point of the game for Rachel Busick. Schatz has it on the right wing. Schatz now to Ladd to Kelty in the paint. Kelty spins, and we got a travel called on Kelty here with 2:21 to go in the third quarter. Busick takes it up the floor for the Huskies. Busick gets it over to Underwood, tries to get it down low, and it's tipped and stolen away by Cottage Grove. May now to Schatz on the fast break. Lay-in is good. First 2 points of the game for Meg Schatz. Busick now takes it right, gives it over to Miller on the right wing as we're under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Now back to Busick, and Busick hits the long 2. She's now got 3 for the Huskies. May on the left wing, now to Kelty. To Bloomquist on the right wing, now back to Schatz, over to May. May now to Schatz. Kelty down low, she dribbles once, turns left, can't get it to fall. And the board is out of bounds. We've got a foul call on Maddie Ladd. It looked like it's going to be Cottage Grove basketball. Now Kira Murphy back into the game for Cottage Grove. She's had herself a heck of a senior night. She's got 24 so far in this one. Underwood on the right wing to Busick. Busick drives right, now drives baseline and is hit by Schatz. First foul of the game on Meg Schatz. Sweet Home to inbound, gets it into Waldrop. That one's knocked away, ends up in the hands of Silver, who can't get the jumper to fall, and the ball's taken by Cottage Grove. Bloomquist to walk it up the floor for the Lions, over to Schatz on the left wing. Schatz trying to throw it down low, overthrows Murphy, stolen back away by Bethke. Now to Kelty, and an easy bucket there. Good play there from Madison Bethke just to poke it in the direction of Kelty, and Kelty did the rest. It's a 48-point lead here for Cottage Grove. Now Busick going to step left and shoot the 3. She gets it to fall off the backboard, as she's now got 7 for Sweet Home. Ball over to Bethke on the right wing. Bethke now to Murphy. Murphy, jumper. That one's no good. The board goes to Sweet Home. Only 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Miller pushes it up the floor. Miller, runner's no good to Kelty. Kelty gives it to Bloomquist. Only 3 seconds. Bloomquist going to shoot the runner at the end of the clock and not going to fall. And that is how this one is going to end in the third quarter. Cottage Grove has a 65-20 lead. We're going to take a 1-minute break and be back at the start of the fourth quarter. And welcome back to Cottage Grove High School. I'm your host, Evan McClendon, here on 1400 KNND. Right off the bat, a bucket here from Alana Silver. Her first 2 points of the game, but it is a 65-22 lead here for Cottage Grove. And now Bloomquist gets into the paint. She picks herself up an easy bucket. The freshman with 2 more. Now Busick going to step into a 3. That one's no good. The board goes to Murphy. Pardee walks up the floor, gets it to Fain, and now a jumper from Murphy is not going to fall. But Murphy is fouled and will have 2 free throws. First free throw from Murphy is in and out. Murphy so far in this one with 24 for Cottage Grove. Second free throw from Murphy. That one's no good, but the rebound is tipped out to Bethke on the right wing. Now to Murphy. Murphy gets it to Pardee down low. Ball being tipped around, ends up in the hands of Pardee. Now to Murphy. Jumper. That one's no good. And on the rebound, we're going to get a foul called on. That is the 5th on Maurer, so she's going to foul out of this one. Let's see who comes in for her. Now it looked like Natalie Rogers was going to come in, but she's got the wrong jersey on, which I believe would be a T. It would be a technical foul for the Huskies. So she will not come in. It's going to be Kayla Miller into the game for Sweet Home. Ball's into Bethke on the right wing. Now to Pardee, who's going to shoot the 3, and it's nothing but net from Maria Pardee. And now a 3 coming from Underwood. That one's no good. The board tipped out of bounds by Cottage Grove. It is going to stay with Sweet Home. Miller now gets it into Busick on the left wing. Busick out to Underwood. Now to Coleman. Coleman out to Miller, now back to Underwood. She'll shoot the 3. That one's no good. The board is knocked out of bounds by Silver. 6:37 to go here in the fourth quarter. Cottage Grove has a 70-22 lead. Pardee takes it up the floor herself around the defense, and 2 more points for the senior Maria Pardee. She's now got 16 in this one, and now a steal from Pardee. Pardee gonna push it for Cottage Grove. Pardee lay in good. Pardee now with 18 for the Lions. Ball over on the far side to Coleman, and it's stolen away by Pardee again. Thrown up to Murphy. Murphy on the fast break has it tipped away. Turnaround jumper, and that one's good. 26 now for the senior Kira Murphy. Now we're going to get a blocking foul called on her, only the 5th team foul on Cottage Grove, only the 2nd on Murphy. So Kate Batchelder is back into the game. Kate Batchelder into the game for the first time for Cottage Grove. Ball to Coleman down here. Jumper, that one's no good. And the board goes to Murphy. Murphy now to Batchelder, and she'll take it up the floor for Cottage Grove. Batchelder over to Bethke on the right wing for 3, and that one's good. Madison Bethke hits her first 3 of the game, her first points of the night. It's a 79-22 lead. Cottage Grove up 57, still over 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. That one is knocked out of bounds off the sweet home, and the Lions will get the ball back. So Emma Gardner is dressed down, and she was available to play in this basketball game. She hasn't needed to. Obviously, Cottage Grove up huge in this one as expected. But for now, Bethke on the right wing for 3 again. That one's in and out. The board goes to Sweet Home. But for Cottage Grove at this point, I'm sure they just want to keep Gardner healthy for what pretty much appears at this point to be a 1-game playoff next week against Junction City. That foul goes on Emma Fain. That is her first. Free throw is up and good from Busick. Second free throw coming from Busick. It is up and short. The board goes to Fain. Now Batchelder takes it up the floor for Cottage Grove. Batchelder takes it into the paint. Batchelder is not fouled. And the ball turned over to Sweet Home with 4:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Out to Busick now for 3. The board goes to Silver, and then it's stolen away by Cottage Grove. Batchelder to push it for Cottage Grove. Now to Bethke on the right wing for 3. That one's no good. The board goes to Schatz. Now out to Batchelder. Back to Bethke. She's going to shoot the 3 again. That one's in and out. And the board goes to Sweet Home. Busick runs over Batchelder, and she gets called for the blocking foul. That is the 7th now on Cottage Grove, so it's going to be a 1-and-1 here for Busick. First free throw, that one is good from Busick. Second free throw from Busick. That one is in and out. The board is out of bounds off of Silver. 3:57 to go here in the fourth quarter. Cottage Grove up 79-24. Lady Lions looking to eclipse the 80-point mark for the first time on this season. Bethke on the right wing, gets it to Kelty. Kelty backs down the defender, and it's an easy bucket there for Riley Kelty. And the first time all year Cottage Grove has put up over 80. Busick now backing down Batchelder, and we've got an offensive foul called on Sweetholm. That one's going to go on Busick. A little too aggressive there for Sweetholm. Backing down Batchelder. Will be Cottage Grove basketball. Back into the game for Sweetholm now, Kalika Iona. As Batchelder walks it up the floor for Cottage Grove. Schatz has it over on the left wing. 3:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. Schatz now to Kelty. Kelty is fouled, and it's going to be 2 free throws here for Riley Kelty. Once again, you're listening to the mighty 1400 KNND. I'm your host, Evan McClendon. Cottage Grove has ran away with this one. They're up 81-24. First free throw from Riley Kelty is up and good. Second free throw coming for Kelty. It is up and it is good. Sweetholm basketball, 3:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Miller has it. Miller now over for the jumper. That one is no good. And the board goes to Kelty. Batchelder pushes it up the floor, gets it to Fain. Baseline jumper's no good. Put back, and Fain is fouled. It's going to be 2 free throws here for Emma Fain. Foul goes on Iona. That's number 9 on Sweetholm. Free throw from Fain is up and no good. Michaela Bloomquist is back into the game here for Cottage Grove. Second free throw coming from Fain. That one is nothing but net. Her first point here on senior night. Underwood takes it left, now to Iona for 3. That one's no good, but ends up right in the hands of Miller for the easy bucket. Ball back to Cottage Grove with 2:35 to go here in the fourth quarter. It is tipped by Bloomquist. Bloomquist now takes it into the paint. Bloomquist gets it to Fain. Baseline jumper, that one's no good. She gets the board. Putback is too strong, and the board goes to Sweetholm. Now stolen away by Batchelder. Schatz now to Bethke. That jumper's no good, and the board goes to the Huskies. And it is tied up by Bethke. With 2:12 to go, possession arrow is to Cottage Grove. They will keep the basketball. Bloomquist gets it into Bethke on the right wing. Now to Bloomquist on the baseline to Schatz, and Schatz wide open there for the easy bucket. She's now got 4. Busick now on the left wing. Underwood for 3. That one's no good. The board goes to Fain. Now to Batchelder. Fast break. Pass to Bloomquist. Lay-in's no good. Board goes to Schatz, and Schatz gets the easy putback. As now Cottage Grove 1 bucket away from putting up 90 in this one. That one is tipped and knocked away by Batchelder. But a foul is going to be called on Kate Batchelder. That's her second. As Maddie Bethke now checks out. Maddie Ladd back into the game. Free throw is up and no good. The board being tipped around, but ends up in the hands of Bloomquist. Bloomquist to push. Under 1:30 to go here in the quarter. She gets it to Fain, and Fain gets the bucket. Cottage Grove has now hit the 90 mark. They've got a 90-26 lead. Busick now trying to get it down low, turns it over, and the ball right back to Cottage Grove. Batchelder now to walk it up the floor for the Lions. She gets it over to Bloomquist on the right wing. Bloomquist takes it left into the paint, now gets it back to Ladd. Ladd travels with it. Sweet home basketball. .5 seconds to go in this one. Boys game coming up after this basketball game. Busick now on the near side. Underwood going to shoot the three. That one's no good. The long board, though, is taken by Iona. Iona now gets it away to Busick on the baseline, and we've got a foul called on Meg Schatz. 38.6 seconds to go. It's going to be a 1-and-1 here for Busick. Free throw up, and it is no good. The board goes to Ladd. Only 35 seconds to go in this one. Ball to Bloomquist on the right wing. Bloomquist tries to get it down low, but it's thrown away. See if 90-26 is the final score here. That pass is down low. The jumper is no good, but we got a foul here on Maddie Ladd. It's going to be 2 free throws here for Christina Belcher. The first free throw from Belcher is up and is short. From Belcher, looks like Sam May is going to come in for Cottage Grove. As Emma Fain is going to check out. Second free throw coming here from Belcher. And it is up and short. And it will be Cottage Grove basketball with only 15.8 seconds to go in this one. As it looks like Cottage Grove now just going to run out the final 15 seconds in this one. Bloomquist now back out to Batchelder, and that is going to do it. Batchelder now into Belcher. That is not how you wanted to end senior night, as Batchelder went down tough. Belcher appears to be hurt. Not a good ending to the night here at Cottage Grove High School, but the final score here from Cottage Grove on senior night is the Lions 90 and Sweet Home 26, as Cottage Grove dominated this one. Once again, final score here from Cottage Grove High School, 90-26 in the win for the Lions. This means that Cottage Grove has secured second place here in the Sky M League. And for Cottage Grove, they will have one more game remaining. If they win that one and Junction City wins out as well, then it will be a one-game playoff between them and the Tigers. But once again, here on senior night, Cottage Grove comes away with a 90-26 victory in this one. We're going to take about a 20-minute break and be back with the start of the boys game.